Manchester United returned to Old Trafford on Wednesday evening as they welcome Ipswich Town in the Premier League. Ruben Amorim's side came back from 2-0 down against Everton in the final Premier League clash between the two sides at Goodison Park on Saturday to draw 2-2. It was not the best performance for United, but is something for the players to work on as they try to find their feet, which at this stage of the season should not be this hard, but this club has been underachieving for more than a decade now, and these pretentious players will never blame themselves for the problems. United sit 15th in the Premier League table, just 13 points clear of 17th place Ipswich Town, with both teams already drawing at Portman Road earlier in the season. United will need to start performing rather than continuing down the path of failure, which could result in no European football next season. Andre Onana is finding it hard to make waves at the Old Trafford club. This is his second season, and despite many moments of brilliance, his goalkeeping ability is questionable. David De Gea was criticized at the end of his tenure at United, and Onana should get some of the same criticism as this has been dire. United will need to start from scratch in the summer and build a team capable of playing the system the manager wants and playing for the club, not their wages. For over a decade, this United team have not moved forwards, and the same problems keep coming to light. Then there is a pile-on for the manager. Onana is an experienced goalkeeper, but him fitting in at United just does not seem to work as it once did for some of the legendary goalkeepers at the club. I am not blaming Onana, as there are many factors to the problems, but players are much easier to swap around than the owners of the club, who have blood on their hands. United's defense had had many overhauls since Sir Alex Ferguson retired as United manager. None of these overhauls seem to have worked well for longevity. There is a honeymoon period, then problems arise, and the system takes a hit, and it goes back to the start once again. United need fixes, and fast. Injuries have been a major problem for United for about a decade, and this season has continued in the same cycle. Against Ipswich, which is a must-win for United, Noussair Mazraoui, Matthijs de Ligt and Harry Maguire should all be starting. There are talented players that could bolster the defense, also looking to the youth. Lenny Yoro is back in action again after a turbulent season which saw him ruled out for much of the season during the club's preseason tour of the United States of America. He could be a player between now and the end of the season. Aiden Heaven, who was signed from Arsenal last month, is also another good option. The midfield four is another problem for United, with many injuries raising their heads and stopping the club from using the easy way to get out of the mire they are in. Kobbie Mainoo, Mason Mount, and Toby Collier are all out at this stage of the season, and finding strength in depth is a problem, so Amorim has looked to the youth. In the wide roles in the four-man midfield, Diogo Dalot should keep his place on the right, with Patrick Dorgu playing on the left. It has been tough for the Danish international since signing for the Old Trafford club during the January transfer window, but he seems to have the talent and the will to carve his name into this squad. In the center of the midfield, Case Moreau and Manuel Ugarte should be given more time together, as I feel they can do a job, although Case Moreau must not be relied upon as he will tire out. Christian Eriksen and Seko Kohn could also play a part in this midfield, with the youth player being the better and more exciting option this season. The United attacking like is problematic this season. Rasmus Højlund has 7 goals in all competitions this season, 5 of those in the UEFA Europa League, 2 in the Premier League. He has not scored in 2025 yet and does not look likely to find the back of the net. He must try harder. Joshua Zirkzee is not a great option either. Bruno Fernandes returned to the attacking line against Everton on Saturday and got United back into the match in the second half, with the club finding an equalizer but failing to find a winner. Zirkzee also started in the attack at the weekend, but it could be time to bring Alejandro Garnacho back into the starting 11. United have a tough few months ahead of them and will need to rotate and keep what they have fresh, which is a problem in itself. Cheeto Obi made his debut for the club recently, and in time he could play more minutes and announce himself on the Premier League stage, which would be great to see.